U.S.-Mexico at Estadio Azteca, an emotional night in Columbus, and the Portland Timbers seek their first road win of 2012. Next on The Daily. Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of The Daily. Here with Simon Borg. I'm Nick Verschaw. We're going to start out with the international action on Wednesday night, starting with the U.S. and Mexico, 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2 and Univision. Catch a live chat on MLSsoccer.com. Down there in Mexico City, Estadio Azteca. We know all the history here. And for the U.S. national team going against Mexico, we talk a lot about the gap and the disparity in talent between these two teams. But Tim Howard says there's not that big of a gap going into this game.
Yeah, the U.S. veteran goalkeeper doesn't want to believe this. He says, remember, U.S. finished atop the World Cup qualifying hexagonal just a couple of years ago. Mexico didn't. I say, who cares about the World Cup hexagonal? No one aims to finish first in the hexagonal except the U.S. People just want to make it to the World Cup, so I don't know you can use that. This is a day also where Mexico recognizes that U23 Olympic team that won gold, which is making people talk about this gap.
Some extra excitement there for the Mexican national team. Again, 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2 and Univision, and a live chat on MLSsoccer.com. Don't forget Canada's in action as well. They're in a friendly against Trinidad and Tobago down in Lauderhill, Florida. You can catch a little bit of coverage on MLSsoccer.com. We're going to have a match tracker from the game. Stephen Hart going to trot out some of his younger guys, some of his inexperienced guys. The European guys aren't there for Canada, but you can catch complete coverage on MLSsoccer.com. Well, switching to MLS action on Wednesday night, 3 games, and we're going to start with the Columbus Crew at home against the LA Galaxy, 7 p.m. Eastern on the NBC Sports Network. There's a live chat on MLSsoccer.com, and Simon, obviously, this is the first game in Columbus and for the Crew since the passing of Kirk Urso. The game last week postponed against Toronto FC. A tough challenge going against the Galaxy, even without Landon Donovan, and we're curious to see if David Beckham's going to show up.
Yeah, Beckham did not show up at practice with the Galaxy yesterday in Columbus, according to reports. We'll see if he makes it in time. But even though they don't have Beckham and Donovan, the Galaxy's still a very dangerous team with Robbie Keane leading the attack, and their defense, more importantly, now seeming set. They played their MLS Cup 2011 defense for the first time last week, and it worked well. For Columbus, let's see their mental state, how they come into this one. They've been a team that has given up balls and given up possession in difficult parts of the field. Galaxy are a counterattacking team. They can do some damage.
Again, that game, 7 p.m. Eastern. You can catch it on the NBC Sports Network and a live chat on MLSsoccer.com. Well, Toronto FC back in action on Wednesday night. They're at home against the Portland Timbers at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on TSN in Canada and MLS Live down in the United States. TFC's got some lineup decisions to make. Paul Mariner's, some of his guys are down with the Canadian national team down in Florida. And for the Portland Timbers, Simon, they still have not won on the road this season.
Yeah, they are the only winless team on the road in MLS. And we'll see. They say they want to break this duck at some point against Toronto. It seems to be one of the best opportunities here. Toronto not performing really well this season. But Toronto now with a break. They did not play over the weekend, and they needed that break with all the activity they've had, including Champions League. And we'll see if they can integrate Eric Hasley a little bit more, the forward who joined them from Vancouver.
One other game in Canada, it's the late game, Vancouver at home against FC Dallas, 10 p.m. Eastern on TSN up in Canada and MLS Live down in the United States. The Whitecaps, like Toronto FC, have some lineup decisions to make here. They're without Jay DeMerit, and FC Dallas without Breck Shea.
But Nick, the Whitecaps, they have people to replace them. Andy O'Brien, experienced EPL defender, he's going to slot in for Jay DeMerit, who's out with concussion symptoms. Kenny Miller, the DP forward, expected to be up top as well. And this is a big game for Vancouver, because with a win here and a win against Seattle, who are also in the race for playoff spots, Vancouver all of a sudden vault into competition for the Supporters' Shield, and they haven't been in that discussion so far. So it's a big game at home against the Dallas side, missing 2 very important pieces, and on the road hasn't been that great.
Certainly some implications in the Western Conference standings. Again, Vancouver at home against FC Dallas, 10 p.m. Eastern on TSN in Canada and MLS Live in the U.S. Well, the latest Castrol Index rankings came out on Tuesday, looking at the 5 best players from the week, according to Castrol, 4 of which played for the LA Galaxy in that 4-0 romp over Chivas USA, including the #1 ranked player of the week, Omar Gonzalez. He gets his first goal back from injury, but 3 other guys, Simon, on that list from the LA Galaxy.
Yeah, we're talking about Juninho, who scored an unbelievable goal, Donovan and Keane, and it's Keane who's actually making a run against Danny Couvrins in the overall standings season-wide.
Marcus Holgerson from the New York Red Bulls also in that top 5 for the week. But you look at the overall rankings, Danny Kuverman's from Toronto FC, even though he's injured, still atop the polls, followed by Robbie Keane, Steven Lenhart, Alan Gordon, and Chris Wondolowski. So the San Jose Earthquakes definitely represented in the Castrol Index overall top 5 this season. That does it for us. We're going to get out of here. Make sure you catch complete coverage of all the international games and the MLS games from Wednesday night on MLSsoccer.com.